discount rate modern version of a Parisian flaneur. So living in Central Florida on the outskirts of Orlando, it's a very well-populated but very suburban area, and there's not a whole lot to do without going into Orlando proper. And so being a car person, there isn't really a whole lot aside from meeting up with some people at a gas station, going out to an abandoned, in construction neighborhood or a country road a few counties over to do some racing. So a few people that I know in the automotive scene in that suburban area of Florida, were trying to start a regular meet. And we had a couple of meets at a sporting goods store starting out. So a large majority of the people that would attend these meets are the kids that have physically graduated high school, but maybe not mentally. They roll up in their stanced out Altimas and Camrys, and maybe one of them is lucky enough to have a BMW, and they park in their super low car and they just want to be seen. They're like a discount rate modern version of a Parisian flaneur. They want to see and be seen with their vape, their Supreme shirt, their gold chain. It's like a hot boy Florida man meme mashup. The music that they listen to, I feel like would work really well in one of those like slow motion car videos on YouTube with a bunch of lens flares and kind of the dubstep, trip hop kind of. I'm sounding like an old guy, but that is the majority of the more car related scene. There are a lot of people that come from the more rural areas, even further on the outskirts of Orlando, that bring their large pickup trucks that have we call it the Palatka lean, where the bed is lower than the cab, and how do you see the road, and what are you doing with the giant rock lights in your wheel wells, and the neon, and the LEDs, and the really loud sound systems playing country rap. That's a big thing in this scene. So assuredly, this is not a meet that would be sponsored by, Michelin or Avalon King, but more along the lines of your local vape shop or perhaps Little Caesars Pizza. And so a lot of times these guys will roll up in their big pickup trucks, big wheels, deep dish, never seen a day's use off-road, and they'll blare their music, create a scene, and usually get us kicked out of the parking lot of this sporting goods store. So we ended up having to resort to Kohl's. And the Kohl's in our area, it has a very large parking lot, easily accessible, 3 or 4 entries and exits. So obviously when we spoke to the Kohl's manager about having the meet in the parking lot of his store, his eyes were twinkling with Kohl's cash being spent on numerous pairs of Levi's skinny jeans and Star Wars t-shirts. So it's about 9:15. People start rolling in. A couple of Honda Civics, an Altima that's slammed on race car wheels with tire letters for some reason. Then your Mustang guys roll in. All the how they'll meet like a gas station and all roll in together because that's the cool thing to do. So the meet it's underway. So we're all walking around, looking at each other's cars. It's a pretty good scene as far as like speaking openly with people. It's easy to approach and talk about the car. So we're just kind of making the rounds up and down the lanes of the parking lot. And then someone yells, "Cops!" Everyone stops. The music's still kind of blaring in the background. And then like a symphony of lights, blues, reds, all around the parking lot. And about 25 cop cars descend on this fairly tame suburban car meet in a Kohl's parking lot. They block all the entrances. And for some reason, I guess everyone had just seen Too Fast, Too Furious. A lot of times, everyone books it and starts making it for their cars. And I'm with a couple of friends, and we're like, "What? Why? Where are they going?" It's like that meme. Why are you running? Why are you running? There's nowhere to go. Like, okay, you get in your car, you're gonna go park in front of a cop car that's blocking an entrance. So everyone starts running, and cars are revving, and horns are honking, and it's just utter chaos. So my friends and I, we stand around our cars, just watching everything happen. It's amazing. There's a kid in a Mitsubishi Eclipse that's just revving, revving, revving. He has his exhaust cut out, basically right in front of the driver's seat. And we're like, hey, why are you revving? Why are you revving? So the people that were revving with their loud exhausts, a lot of the cops start approaching them. Thankfully in Florida, we don't really have any regulations regarding emissions or safety. So I don't know if they got tickets, but they got a stern talking to and a finger wagged in their face. So a lot of the cars, they start getting cleared out. I think some people may have gotten tickets for driving dangerously in a parking lot, endangering other people. I wasn't, that was happening in the distance. So the din of the commotion eventually becomes background noise as my friends and I, we just begin conversing again because can't go anywhere. There's no reason to panic. We're just going to hang out and talk about cars. A few minutes before the parking lot is totally empty, an officer from this long line of police cars starts approaching my group of friends, and it looks like he wanted to come over and wag a finger. And one of the cops in the distance yells, "They didn't get in their cars or try to run. They're fine." And the cop just acknowledges and turns and walks away. We sit there for about another 30 minutes talking about cars. Parking lot clears out, no tickets, no fuss. We left respectfully, and we are not allowed to have meats at Kohl's anymore.